Hey, flying solo tonight. It's kind of weird. I'm used to having people on with me. I had some willing co-hosts, and I actually wanted to keep this real short and purposely do something right to the point, real concise for you guys tonight. So I'm getting started right on time. Yep. What I want to do is start by catching you guys up. Some of you guys I haven't talked to in a while. Thanks for coming on here tonight. I've got a cough, a persistent cough, so I'm hoping that these do the trick. So I'm not coughing my head off on here tonight with you guys. My plan is to have you guys off of here in about 20 minutes. So let me start with my story. For those of you that may be new to the group, maybe don't have a lot of background, my name's Christian Hinnicky. I've been working online now for a couple of years. I turned to the internet out of desperation on September 25th, 2012. It was late at night. I'll never forget. It was the first time I ever found a sales funnel and actually put my email address in and hit enter. The sales video that popped up and played was mesmerizing, and I couldn't help but spend money. And that was the beginning of what's been an amazing, just a little over 2 years now. I appreciate learning from people and watching and mimicking, modeling, listening to people that have significant results in their business. And I am so grateful to be able to report tonight that we have made a lot of money. 7 figures, way over 7 figures in the last couple of years online. This will be my first $1 million year. Actually, it is officially my first $1 million year in terms of earnings, and the leverage and power that the internet offers is just so amazing. So it's been a really interesting ride. I meet all kinds of interesting people from all over the world, and there's been a couple things on my mind that I wanted to share with you guys tonight. I work with a large Dubli team. I appreciate every one of you that saw video content from us that you liked. You decided to trust us and make a move based on that trust. Appreciate you guys. And tonight I'm gonna pare a few things down and just talk about what I really do on a day-to-day basis in conversations that I have, whether it's happening on Facebook or email or face-to-face. Yesterday was a pretty wild day. One of my good friends, Patrick, he calls me last week and says, "Hey, can you go to Miami to meet with the Prime Minister of Finance for Jamaica?" And of course I said, sure. That sounds like a big deal. I'll help with that. Anyway, long story short, yesterday was that meeting, and it wasn't only, let's see, where did I put his card? I probably shouldn't show his card, actually. Cool business card. It wasn't just him. It was several of his very high caliber friends. And I went and I really had zero nervous energy. When I think in a lot of those circumstances, I probably would have been nervous. These were significant decision makers from foreign governments. And it was awesome. It went so well. It was so simple. And the same exact thing I do with Susie Homemaker from Cincinnati, or my next door neighbor, or my little brother, is the exact same thing that I did with the Prime Minister of Finance for Jamaica. And across the board, the last few months, that has proven to be effective. So I want to go back to basics. I see a lot of people with this nervous energy, wondering, you know, how do I build this? What do I do? What do I say? How do I explain this? All these questions. You don't need to do all that stuff. This is really simple. What I love to do when I am talking to somebody about Dubli, if I can show my screen, like yesterday I was sitting with them and I had my laptop out and I did this. I showed them this. I'm gonna hit screen share here. This is what I did. I went to my Dubli.com login page and I just said, so guys, this is really simple. People can register for free or buy a membership. You see this down here? I use this step-by-step thing here. People can sign up for free or buy a membership if they want to. I'll tell you a little more about the membership in a second. Then they shop at their favorite stores. These are stores most of us already spend money at anyway. Places we book travel online, places we get electronics, places we get groceries, whatever, all kinds of stuff. So they do that shopping and they get cash back. That's it. Dubli is basically a search engine that gives you really big cash back. Then I came over here, I clicked log in. And it logged me in. Here we go. I showed them some cash back. And honestly, whether you got started with us last week or 2 months ago, you know, whether you have 12 cents worth of cash back or $1,200 worth of cash back, I don't really think it matters. I have been showing off my cashback account since I had $5 in it or something. The amount doesn't really matter. What matters is to show them the line by line. I come down here and I show them. And if I had one single transaction, I would show him the one transaction. My wife spent $18 on some makeup or something. And look at the cash back we got. What is that, about 10% or so? 11% maybe. That is the coolest thing. This brand is a brand that my wife has shopped with for years. She's been spending money at this website for years. Now we're doing the same shopping we have always done, but we're getting cash back. So some of you guys have seen this quick demo, but I like to take people through, if I have the opportunity, to just casually walk them through what Dubli has been like. I would pull up a separate browser and I'd say, let's pretend I'm a Dubli customer and I'm going to go buy a big screen TV. Let's just pretend that's what I'm shopping for. So I literally type in bestbuy.com. Check this out. This only happens for Dubli customers. You have to be a customer that has downloaded the toolbar for this to happen like this. But check this out. This is how consumers shop. Some consumers will type out the website that they want to go spend money at, like I just did here. They're reminded, don't forget your cash back. Click the blue button and you'll get cash back on whatever you buy. Okay, you guys are all aware of that. What if I did the search this way? Big screen TV, just literally run to Google. Let me make this nice and big. Maybe one more. I know not everybody's style is necessarily real laid back and casual, but if you can lean that way, it's not going to hurt you. This doesn't need to be real intense or perfect. And then I just show them, you know, look at this. Look at how this works. This is right in the Google search results. Then I'll click the go to store and follow that and kind of show them, kind of finish out the demo. Usually what I do is I end up on a page like this with the giant blue button up towards the top, and then I leave this up, okay? I might come back over here and point out a couple other interesting transactions just as, you know, social proof. You know, look at this. I booked a hotel room at Priceline.com. I spent $318. I got 14% cash back. I've done the math. It is actually 14% that I got on October 14th from Priceline for booking a hotel room. So, you know, I run through and show a couple other pages. Maybe give them, let them look at some other, unless it's glitchy. Okay, yeah. I would show them a few other transactions if it would let me. And then I basically close the computer or stop the screen sharing and come back and take a minute or two to say, cashback is cool, hey? I mean, this is what I did yesterday with very high caliber government officials and business people. And I'm telling you guys, it's effective. They didn't know who I was. I didn't show my earnings before or after. They just heard the message loud and clear. I showed them examples like I just showed you guys. And let me take it offline. Let's say that you're having a conversation with somebody, and this has played out so many times for me over the last 3.5, 4 months. I guess today is the 4th month. That's December 4th. It's been 4 months. It's this simple. I tell people, I like to talk about Priceline. My thought is, who doesn't book travel online? You know, it's an example almost anybody can relate to. So I just tell people, we book our hotel rooms on Priceline.com. And since we got set up with Dubli, we've been getting 11 to 14% cash back on our hotel bookings. Is that crazy? And people, almost every person I've talked to about this, their reaction typically is, what? You got how much? From who? How'd you do that? You know? And it's so easy to go from there to say, when you see those gears turning, whether you have the use of a screen or a video, maybe if you joined yesterday, you're totally new to this, lean on a resource like this, maybe lean on some of the other resources that are available through the team, where somebody goes into their Dubli customer account on a 5-minute or a 10-minute video, and shows cashback and does a quick cashback demo or product demo. You don't have to do this yourself. A lot of this comes down to knowing how to direct traffic, kind of. So when you have an opportunity present itself, either know where to send them to the quick little video that'll give them the heads up that they need, or show them yourself. It'll take 5 minutes. Let me get my bearings here. This it's distracting me. At least it's keeping me from coughing my head off. What time do we have here? 8:12. Okay, I have kind of a bet with a couple guys that I have to be off here in 7 minutes. So let me make sure I'm on track here. Okay, so here's what I do. When you see those gears turning, and it's inevitable, that gets people thinking, right? Why wouldn't I want cash back on money I'm spending anyway for the rest of my life? Of course. You get people thinking that, kind of becoming on board with the idea, where I always go from there. Ooh, I want to show you guys something. Okay, where I always go from there is, but wait, do you know anybody that might want to get cash back? Do you know anybody that books travel online? And what do they say? Like almost every time. Yeah, I guess I do. That's what I do for work. It's pretty lucrative. We should probably talk. And that's it. Dubli is simple, you guys. This is not a complex product that we have to educate people, for an hour on. Yes, there's lots we could talk about. Tons of details, tons of stuff about the team, tons of history about the company, tons of all kinds of stuff. But what really matters? In the context I'm talking with you guys here in, these are people that you know. These are people that know you. These are people generally that trust you. I've spent a lot of time talking to people that trust me over the last few months. And I don't need to go into the history. That's all irrelevant. People are busy. People don't have time to sit around for an hour or 2 or 3 hours. A lot of the time, sometimes they do. Sometimes they want to dig and get all the details, and that's fine. But I have focused on keeping things so simple, so short, right to the point. I want to do something here. I'm going to log in to dublinetwork.com and be really careful about what I show here. for compliance reasons. Let me, I'm going to pull up my personal customer list. Let me share my screen here. I want to take just a minute here to show you something that I think is just the coolest thing ever. Okay, what you're seeing is my customer list in my Dubli Network back office. What is crazy about this list, you see it here, I have 31 US customers, I have a European customer, and I have, I don't know what this is, WW, no idea, some other country. Okay, so 33 total customers, you see that, right? What's crazy to me is I have referred 8 customers. I'm admitting that publicly right now. I have referred 8 customers ever. That's it. Here's what I think is awesome. When I logged into that customer list about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I didn't even know it was there. I had never clicked on the link and didn't realize what it was. I clicked on the link and I thought, oh boy, that's all my customers. But wait, there's way more than 8. I think there was 28 or something a couple weeks ago. There's 33 now. I mentioned that this is funny. I don't know where all these customers are coming from. I talked about that a little bit with a few people. Let me check my texts here. Let me see if I have a chat roll here. I'm having some people say that the video feed is stopped or something. Hang on here a second, guys. See if I can figure out how to do this. Sorry for the delay, but I can figure out how to do this without a... Yeah. No, I think we're good. I think if you're hearing me and the video feed stop, just hit refresh and you should be good. Okay, let me get back to my stuff here. There you guys are. What was I saying? So I get those gears turning, right? I'm talking to them about simple things, getting cash back. I'm getting other messages. Here, let me Skype with somebody and just make sure we're good. Okay. Everybody's saying they refreshed and it came back. So good. All right. So I get those gears turning and then I bring it back. If I have the opportunity, oh, I didn't finish my customer story. Sorry. Customer story. I referred 8 customers ever. This is so awesome. When I did some digging, I figured out that my 8 VIP customers have been referring customers, which go to me because they're customers. So if you don't understand how that works, get with me on it later. Get with your upline on it later. But how cool is that to see something replicate like it's supposed to, like we hear it does, but so often I just don't see things work like they're supposed to. So I thought that was cool. I wanted to show you guys. Let me get back to the approach here. So you're talking about cashback. You get those. You can tell the gears are turning. I will bring them back to this page. If I have the benefit of an internet connection with me, I will come back here and I will come up to this big blue button and I will say, Joe. So follow me on this. Now, Joe, in this case, hasn't agreed to anything. He hasn't committed to anything. I've been sitting with him for 5 minutes or talking with him for 3 minutes or something. All I do is I say, okay, so Joe, you're telling me you know people who book travel online, you know people who buy electronics, who do Christmas shopping, whatever. You know people that do these kinds of things online. And you're telling me you think they probably would want cash back too. Follow me on this. What if you went to the trouble of doing the kind of work I do? And what do? I do word of mouth marketing for Dubli. I get paid to tell people, to show people how to get cash back. That's what I do for work from home. It's awesome. But follow me on this. I want to show you what this income is like. So maybe I'll come back here and say, so see all these transactions? Joe, if you had referred me as a Dubli customer, each time we get cash back, every single transaction, every time we get cash back, you get paid. Every time. Month after month, year after year. And what's so common in MLM pitches is to imply what I just implied. Oh man, work once and get paid forever. You know, walk away residual income, that kind of stuff. But with Dubli, guys, Dubli has been around 11 years. It's not like they started 3 months ago and we're all sitting here crossing our fingers hoping they'll still be here tomorrow. These guys have been around a long time. Joe, if you go to the trouble of referring people as customers, at what point down the road, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months down the road, at what point down the road, let's just pretend you referred me. 2 years from now, I'm jumping online looking for a big screen TV. How long is it going to take for me to get to the point as a consumer where I see this and I go, you know what? I don't need 7.8% cash back today. And I'm kind of done with this whole cashback thing. You know, I don't need this anymore. You see where I'm going with this? Nobody's going to do that, right? Of course, people are going to take the cash back, which means, of course, you're going to get paid over and over and over and over again for work you did once, last month, last year, 5 years ago. If that doesn't give you the chills, you might be in the wrong business. If you haven't internalized that, you have got to internalize that. You have got to get your head wrapped around how crazy that is. There is so much more we could talk about. I promised I would keep this short. Let me sum this up. Building Dubli is so simple, you guys. If you have people that you approached a week ago, a month ago, 3 months ago, if you've been with us here that long, who gave you a hard time for whatever reason, my guess is there's a better approach. There's a simpler approach. And hopefully you've had the benefit of time now to do some shopping and get some cash back. Revisit those conversations. Go show them, hey, I've been getting cash back. You sure you don't want cash back on money you're going to spend for the rest of your life anyway? You sure about that? You know, and watch for their gears to turn and look for the opportunity to say, dude, we get paid when we refer people who get cash back. Think about this for a minute. You know, and so full disclosure, the intensity that you see coming from me, the emotion or whatever you see coming from me, this is how I do it. This is me. I'm just doing what I do here. I think there's a lesson to be learned there. If you haven't really internalized this and you don't believe this is the best thing since sliced bread, it'll be harder for you to succeed. Part of the reason people pay attention to me, part of the reason people have paid attention to other significant leaders throughout the team is their intensity in the message that they bring. We all basically bring the same simple message. I just want to encourage you guys to internalize this stuff. If you have any hangups about the business model, if you have any hangups about anything, resolve that stuff and get to the point where you can communicate clearly, maybe a little bit passionately, you know, like you see me doing here. And that is all I have done. I've been diligent every day in communicating that simple message to anybody that'll listen to me. We will do future trainings in the very near future on specific topics, on some internet marketing stuff for those of you that are interested in learning some of that kind of thing. look forward to being more directly involved. I know some of you have been asking me, this is all doing closing. Some of you guys have been asking me, some of you guys have been asking the other leaders in the group, how come you haven't been on, been more public with us? How come you haven't done team events? Let me just say this. I will be, and a bunch of us will be moving forward. This is kind of the beginning of that. So I hope this is useful to you. Thanks for coming on tonight. Stay tuned for more regular communication from us and more events like this. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Let me shut this off here. See you guys.